Imagine a future where Trump returns, reshaping America with major changes from taxes to immigration. These shifts could deeply impact the economy, foreign relations, and the lives of millions. Here are the 6 biggest transformations he could bring to the nation. The first notable change
as your president,
policies,
I will do everything in my power
rights,
to protect
issues,
our LGBTQ citizens from the violence.
Regarding women's rights,
so
he may
nice
push conservative policies,
to hear you cheering
restricting access
for what I
to
just
abortion
said.
services,
Thank you.
and prioritizing traditional family values. For LGBTQ+ rights, the administration could scale back protective regulations, affecting the community's rights in employment and public services. In education, he might support school choice by funding private schools and reducing government control over curricula.
Transgender insanity and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content onto our children.
He could also oppose policies promoting racial equality, arguing that they lead to reverse discrimination. Donald Trump's healthcare policy, if he becomes president again, could include several key points. He would likely continue efforts to repeal the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, seeking alternatives to reduce government intervention in the health
inherited
insurance market.
Obamacare because Democrats wouldn't change it. They wouldn't vote for it. They were unanimous. They wouldn't vote to change it. If they would have done that, we would have had a much better plan than Obamacare.
At the same time, he may increase consumer freedom by allowing insurance companies to operate across state lines. Reducing prescription drug costs would also be a priority, with programs enabling the importation of drugs from abroad or increasing competition within the pharmaceutical industry. He might support market-based healthcare solutions, encouraging competition and innovation. Lastly, improving mental health services and healthcare support for veterans would be emphasized. Healthcare policy under Trump's leadership could spark much debate and deeply affect the benefits of millions of Americans, especially those relying on government-provided insurance programs.
Obamacare now. Thank you. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much. Thank you. All the time, I'll solve the border problems within 24 hours of taking office.
The third major change under a Democratic presidency would undoubtedly be immigration policy. Trump would continue building the border wall between the U.S. and Mexico to curb illegal immigration. He could also implement stricter deportation measures for undocumented immigrants, particularly those with criminal records. The administration might limit visa issuance to high-risk security countries to protect national safety. Family sponsorship could also be restricted, shifting towards skill-based immigration programs to attract highly skilled workers.
You support Hamas or any ideology that's having to do with that?
Asylum policies might become more stringent, requiring applicants to prove specific threats in their home countries. Lastly, he could seek international cooperation to prevent illegal migration and address the root causes of the issue.
We will also cancel billions in global warming payments to the United Nations, money that we don't even know what they do with it. We don't even know what they do with it. And use that money to support America's environmental infrastructure. For instance, up here, what we want crystal clear, clean water, right? Everybody. We want beautiful, right? We want beautiful air to breathe. We want safety. Other than that, that's what we want. The rest, we want our companies to go out and compete with the world. They can't compete because of all of these restrictions. But we want clean water, clean air, and we want safety. That's, to me, what I like. And that's, to me. And I've won many environmental awards, by the way. I've actually been called an environmentalist, if you can believe that.
Donald Trump's environmental policy could significantly alter various aspects of the environment and energy in the U.S. He is expected to continue prioritizing traditional energy industries like oil and coal to stimulate economic growth. He might roll back environmental regulations to make it easier for businesses to operate, arguing that these rules hinder development. Trump could also withdraw from international climate agreements like the Paris Accord, claiming they are unfair to the U.S. While these changes might offer short-term economic benefits, they could lead to long-term issues related to climate change and global environmental impacts. This shift is sure to spark considerable debate, but Trump has a clear stance on protecting America's traditional industries.
And we also left behind $85 billion worth of military equipment, along with many American citizens
changes
were
in
left
America
behind.
if the Republican Party regains power.
Many
would be in
American
foreign policy.
citizens, emboldened by that disaster, Russia and
Trump would continue to emphasize the America First principle, prioritizing U.S. interests in international relations. He might withdraw from or adjust multilateral trade agreements to benefit the U.S. more, while demanding that traditional allies like NATO contribute more to security costs, potentially leading to tensions. His policy toward China could escalate the trade war, imposing tariffs to reduce dependence on Chinese goods and enhance technological competition. Trump might also decrease military intervention, withdrawing troops from conflict zones like the Middle East and encouraging allies to take greater responsibility for their own security. Relations with Russia could become closer, sparking internal controversy.
And what I'll do is I'll speak to one, I'll speak to the other, I'll get them together. That war would have never happened. And in fact, when I saw Putin after I left, unfortunately left because our country has gone to hell. But after I left, when I saw him building up soldiers, he did it after I left.
Finally, he would likely maintain strict immigration and asylum policies, impacting America's image on the international stage.
I'm also announcing that as part of our additional tax cuts, we will end all taxes on overtime. You know what that means?
Predicted to be the first and most significant change, tax policies are expected to undergo substantial shifts impacting the entirety of the U.S. Trump may continue to focus on tax cuts for businesses and individuals, keeping corporate tax rates low to encourage investment and job creation. The government might propose measures to support small businesses, including tax deductions and credits to foster entrepreneurship. Additionally, Trump could impose tariffs on imported goods from countries he views as unfair, aiming to protect domestic manufacturing. However, these tax cuts could lead to reduced budget revenues, raising concerns about increasing national debt and the government's financial health. Tax policy may also exacerbate income inequality, benefiting higher-income individuals more from these reductions. These changes are sure to spark significant debate regarding social equity and the financial sustainability of the U.S. economy. The Republican Party regains power. It could bring significant changes to the U.S., impacting social policies, healthcare, and the economy. While these changes may aim for growth, they also raise important concerns about equity and sustainability. Let's look forward to the upcoming election results.